2016 is a year a lot of us reminisce about. As a basketball fan, this year was special. As a wrestling fan, this year was one of my favorites ever. One of the reasons I always loved this year is because of the Miz and Ziggler feud. This feud was so important for WWE at this time. Before we had Gunther's historic reign, this was a feud that brought some prestige to the IC Championship. So bro, get ready, cause we about to revisit this legendary and underrated feud. To start this legendary feud, it all started by one of the greatest promos ever. Miz went on Talking Smack and he started talking smack. It all started when Bryan called him a coward. And once Bryan did that, he triggered the Miz bad. He said he wrestled the way he does because he never gets injured that way. Then he told Bryan that he's a coward because he won't even wrestle anymore. And then the Miz just kept going off and off. And yo, throughout the whole promo, he shows so much emotion, and that made it feel so real and so special. Because the Miz was always a wrestler that was always overlooked and no one really took him serious. So on the next SmackDown, everything truly starts. Miz came out and everyone and their mama started to boo him until Ziggler came out. And he tells Miz, "Prove to everyone that you're not a coward and fight me for your championship." It was that simple. The Miz starts teasing it and then he leaves. So yeah. But remember last week when Miz disrespected Daniel Bryan on live TV? Well, this backfired because Bryan was a SmackDown GM at this time, and he announced that at Backlash, it's gonna be Miz versus Ziggler for the Intercontinental Championship. And even though the Miz didn't want it, he had to fight Ziggler now, whether he liked it or not. Well, I was wrong. Maryse cheated for the Miz. She sprayed some hairspray in my man's eyes, and that was raps. Ziggler really got cheated out of a match, and this was annoying. Now the SmackDown after Backlash, the Miz thought he was him. He talked about Daniel Bryan, he talked about Dolph Ziggler, he talked about everyone in the world. But when Ziggler came out, it was different. This time he looked disappointed. You could tell the loss at Backlash really hurt him. Ziggler knew that he was in a slump, so he wanted one more match against the Miz with no girlfriends, no cheating, and no gimmicks. Just straight hands. But before the Miz or Maryse could answer the request, my man's Bryan came out for part 2. He told him straight up that Maryse cheated and that she's the only reason the Miz is still the champ. So he announced that Ziggler will be getting his rematch next week on SmackDown. I'm not gonna lie though, Bryan was the Miz's biggest op, but it was coming in clutch, so I ain't even care. It's time. Ziggler vs Miz for the Intercontinental Championship on a random SmackDown. Anytime we got these two in a ring together, it was great. Their chemistry was always there and the storytelling was always amazing. And this night, it was nothing different. Ziggler was the biggest underdog, the underdog that everyone wanted to win the match. While the Miz, he was the wrestler every kid hated. The wrestler who would cheat and just do anything to get the win. So this matchup between the two were perfect. But at this time, the Miz was mocking Daniel Bryan all the time. From drop kicks to yes kicks to even the yes chant. Like, come on, bro. Daniel Bryan was definitely punching the air backstage. Miz was doing too much. But throughout everything, Ziggler kept fighting back. But of course, Maryse sees Ziggler cooking and she's not just gonna let him get the win. So she gets a spray and now she's getting ready to spray Ziggler again. But nah, the ref saw it and this great referee actually kicked Maryse out the match. Everyone in the crowd is hyped because we all know what's next. Ziggler gets back up and he hits a zigzag on the Miz. 1, 2, kick out? Oh my gosh. Somehow the Miz was still alive and everyone thought it was over. Ziggler was giving it his all. The Miz didn't have Maryse and everyone in the crowd is chanting, This is awesome. So this was a banger. We got Ziggler beating The Miz up for fun, and it was so bad that The Miz was trying to dip with his championship. But nah, not this time. Ziggler caught him and threw him in a ring, but the ref got distracted with the championship in the ring. So The Miz somehow sprays Ziggler with some spray Maurice had earlier. And he hit the Skull Crush finale. And that was it. Somehow, The Miz got out of this match again. And I was mad. 1 week later, we were in Cleveland, Ohio at SmackDown. And if you didn't know, this is both Ziggler and Miz's hometown. So off the bat, he dishes Dolph Ziggler's parents in the crowd. So now the games was done, cause bro crossed the line. So Ziggler told The Miz, all you do is cheat. So 2016 Miz got in his bag again. He said Ziggler loses all the time, his career is mid, his parents should be embarrassed, and he won't give Ziggler another rematch. So Miz left the ring and he disrespected Ziggler's parents again. Bro, like come on. But it wasn't just gonna end like that. Ziggler was desperate. He needed to beat The Miz. He needed to take the championship from him. Bro, Ziggler put his all into this promo. This was the promo of his career. He talked about how sometimes things you love don't love you back, and you could give and give, but sometimes you get nothing in return. He told everyone that he can't stop because this is all he got. It's a sickness. So he wanted one more match, and this time he'll put his career on the line. Yeah, now The Miz was happy. This is what he wanted. He wanted to take Ziggler out of his misery. So at No Mercy, it was gonna be Miz vs Ziggler, title versus career, and this match had all the stakes. This feud gave us 2 legendary promos, and now it was gonna give us a legendary match. I remember this was the match everyone wanted to see. This is what made me want to watch No Mercy this year. Once the match started, Miz was fighting with a strategy. He did grapples and he put Ziggler in the figure 4. But y'all should definitely know, Ziggler doesn't give up. And he hit Miz with a Rough Rider. Shout out Matt Cardona. Ziggler shouted out Ryder, so Miz had to shout out Daniel Bryan. But nah, Ziggler reverses and he hits him with a zigzag. And the crowd is going insane. But it didn't even matter, cause The Miz still kicked out. But now Ziggler had The Miz in a sleeper, and he was trying to make him go to sleep. But nope, Miz got the ropes. So this trash ref goes to check on The Miz, and then we got Maurice spraying Ziggler with the same spray they always use on him. This is the same spray that always caused Ziggler to lose. Miz gets up like nothing happened. He hits Ziggler with a Skull Crush finale. 1, 2. Rope break. Miz thinks it's over. He can't even believe it. But Ziggler's still alive. Bro, now The Miz is tight. He starts attacking Ziggler's legs, but then he pulled his shoe off by mistake. It was WrestleMania 20 all over again. Ziggler hit Miz with a super kick, and now he just had to crawl to get the pin. But before he could do it, we see Maurice calling for someone. And bro, what the Spirit Squad comes out. And these fools really don't want Ziggler to win. These were his day ones. And it's just sad cause it really be your day ones plotting on you the whole time. Ziggler hits one with a super kick, then goes for the other one, but misses. Miz catches him lacking and hits Ziggler with a Skull Crush finale again. 1, 2. Kick out. Ziggler was in his Survivor Series 14 bag. Every fan was lit. I was getting flashbacks. This was the biggest near fall yet. And now the ref became the man of the year. He kicked everyone out from ringside and they was tight. But I was happy. Miz is begging for the ref to stop. But nah, not this time. Ziggler clips him with a super kick to the mouth, and it's over. Dolph Ziggler did it. He gave us fans another inspiring moment. And looking back at both of their careers, this is definitely the feud I always look back on and just reminisce, because they gave us generational promo work and one of my favorite matches of all time. So shout out to Dolph Ziggler, The Miz, and Maurice, because those three gave me a great moment in my childhood. So make sure to like and subscribe, and peace out, y'all.